Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a very quick review on this brand new eyeshadow palette from Sephora. This is a part of the Sephora collection. It's called the Pocket Palette and I have mine in the shade Mauve Tones. I believe it was only a week ago when these palettes went live on Sephora's website. They do come in 6 different color stories and they're priced at 14 Canadian dollars. As of filming this video today, which is January 21st, all of the palettes are sold out on Sephora Canada. I'm sure they're going to be back in stock, but it seems like everybody just picked these palettes up pretty quickly. Here is what the palette actually looks like. It is really cute packaging. So it is a cardboard exterior. There's an elastic band that holds the actual palette together. This doesn't come out any more than what you see right here, but we do have 6 pans in beautiful mauve tones, save for this sort of gold toned metallic shade up top. To me, the packaging is actually reminiscent of the Essence palettes that I purchased recently. They also have this elastic band. You take that off and then you have your eyeshadows on the inside. I don't know if this is the new wave of packaging, more sustainable, more recyclable. I'm not even sure if you can put magnets in the recycle bin. I'll have to Google that. I've really been enjoying these small palettes that have a simple color story to them. I'm realizing more and more that people don't necessarily want super bright colors. Not everybody's looking to do crazy creative makeup on a regular basis, but if you want a nice wash of color, I think these are really good palettes to turn to. I think $14 for this palette is a little bit on the high side. I probably would have priced this at the $10 mark. I'm sure there's going to be a promotion on this in the future. Most Sephora palettes that I've seen at least have been in the sales section at least once, so maybe you might want to wait until then to try this palette out. But I think it is really cute. I did use it today to create the look that I've got going on. Quite frankly, I didn't use all of the shades in here, but I used enough to get a good feel for the shadows and how they're going to perform. So I'm going to insert a very quick tutorial here on how I got this eye look, and then I'm going to come back and give you some thoughts.
I get lost inside my thoughts, and when I start to think, oh, the how close it starts to end up on the brink. I tried so hard, but all these scars, they cut so deep I bleed. I fell so fast from heaven, it's like someone clipped my wings. Now I'm falling and I can't see the ground. Can we stop this gravity? It keeps bringing me down. I can't breathe and I don't wanna die. Can we stop this gravity? 'Cause I don't wanna say goodbye.
As you can see, these shadows applied really nicely. I didn't have any issues with them. I thought the metallics were really pretty. They're not super foiled, although I'd say if you want that more foiled look, either wet your brush or go in with a finger. I did actually use a finger to just intensify this mauve tone color over here, just a little bit more on my lid. I wanted it to be more of a bam kind of color, as opposed to a I'm gonna sit in the back row kind of shade. The metallics do have a nice soft feel to them. Would I say they're the softest shadows I've ever touched? No, but they do have a nice texture. The mattes also feel very buttery. They are reminiscent, I'd say, of the matte shadows that I had in my Jungle Gaze eyeshadow palette. It was part of the holiday collection that Sephora released. But you can see, I mean, the matte shadows build up beautifully and they also blend out really nicely. One of the things that I noticed about this palette, and I did just mention it, the matte shadows upon initial application aren't super pigmented. They are shadows that you do have to build up and be a little patient with. I really do like that kind of formulation for those who are maybe in the beginner phase of wearing makeup, or maybe those who are intermediate and are still just learning how to play around with different shades. Not everything has to be super pigmented right from the get-go, but I really really think you can do a lot with these particular colors, and you can build them up to the intensity that you feel most comfortable with. In terms of wear time, I got about 4 hours of really strong wear before I started to notice a little bit of creasing. Around the 8-hour mark, I could definitely see the shadows start to muddy up a little bit and start to fade off of my lids. But that's pretty normal for me with any eyeshadow palette. I have extremely oily eyelids, and so eyeshadow tends to melt off of me regardless of how bulletproof I try to make it. But overall, I really like this eyeshadow palette. I didn't have any issues with it. I thought the colors were really pretty. I thought they applied really well. The wear time was pretty decent. I don't really have that much to complain about, except maybe the price point. Like I said, I'd probably mark it down to about 10 bucks instead of 14. If you're a beginner in makeup, I think you're really going to enjoy this palette. If you want to build up your collection or just try out the Sephora collection eyeshadow formula, this is probably a good palette to dive into as well. But knowing most makeup enthusiasts, just like myself, you probably don't need another eyeshadow palette. I know I certainly have tons that I'm even getting rid of now because I just keep buying more stuff that I probably shouldn't be buying. Nevertheless, I'm very happy to have this in my collection. I think this is going to be a very good everyday palette, and I would certainly recommend it to anybody who asked me. And that's going to do it for probably the fastest eyeshadow review that I have ever done in my entire YouTube career. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, you know the drill. Give it a big thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. If you feel like keeping up with me outside of YouTube, you are more than welcome to do that by following me on all of my social media, which I will link for you in the description box below. Thank you again so much for watching. I hope you are all having an amazing day, no matter where you are in the world. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!